Sunday evening to you, everybody. My name is Dooley Godot. Welcome to your first alert weather forecast as we talk about the weather coming up for your work week, and we're going to take a look at the week ahead, the next 7 days. We're going to talk about the different storms that's going to come through and create some issues for many folks across the nation, and we're going to just look at the overall pattern of the week ahead. So let's jump into our first. Oh, before we do that, I don't want to forget the city of the day. We're looking at the city of St. Louis out there as you guys have those overcast conditions with some severe thunderstorms in your forecast this afternoon and evening. So you will be seeing some of those stronger showers and thunderstorms in your area today, but right now you're enjoying some beautiful clouds out there at the archway of St. Louis. It's very beautiful out there. So let's jump into our national forecast and take a look at the first map, shall we? Okay, here we are going to take a look at our 7-day forecast coming up next, and the first map that we have to look at is what we're going to see for your Sunday out here. This is what we're seeing today. We're seeing those severe storms down here across central and southwestern Texas. So if you're in the Dallas area, down through Abilene and Lubbock, Texas, you guys are going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms as well. We also have another area of severe thunderstorms into the the Midwest and into the Great Lakes. So you can see those severe thunderstorms all the way up into Detroit. We got South Bend, Indiana here, Chicago. You guys are going to all see that opportunity for some scattered severe thunderstorms today, and the threat's going to be large hail and damaging wind and maybe an isolated tornado. A little bit better of a tornado chance down here is you're going to have a different caliber of thunderstorms, and you're going to be seeing those discrete supercells for your area, and those tend to be more prone to tornadic type thunderstorms. So more of a tornado threat down here in Texas, but in the northern plains and the Great Lakes, you're going to be dealing with large hail, damaging winds, and we're going to see heavy rainfall down here in the midsection in between those two. So we have the Mississippi Valley here and the Missouri Valley, where you guys are going to be seeing those torrential rain. So flash flooding is certainly going to be possible in this region right in here, as you're going to be dealing with some torrential rainfall. We see a little bit of rain and snow here across the northern plains. There is a little bit of scattered snow showers out there, and in northern Minnesota we did see a few sprinkles here from time to time across the Twin Cities, but that's about it. That's going to be working its way to the north and east. A few snow showers also is going to be possible here along the front range of the Rockies here into the northern plains, the high plains of Montana and Wyoming, as well as Colorado. The foothills there is going to be seeing some snow showers for those areas. A few snow showers and rain tries to work its way into the northwest there. You might be picking up some rain showers and snow showers in the Cascades as well. But we're going to see dry conditions across the southwest, and mostly here in the Intermountain West we'll see dry conditions. Some dry conditions here in the Central Plains states, as well as along the southeast coast into Florida. You guys are going to see sunny conditions for your area. Maybe a few showers there down there in Florida as you get the sea breeze off of the Atlantic, going to blow in some of those rogue showers down there that you've all come to know and love if you live in South Florida. Here's a look at what we're going to be seeing for your Tuesday, for Monday actually. This is tomorrow's forecast, and we're going to be seeing that frontal boundary that is beginning to weaken. So we won't see a severe threat, but we'll see some rain with some embedded thunderstorms through these areas here into the Appalachians, into the Mississippi Valley, as well as also through the state of Texas here. We're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms, but I don't think any of this will be severe. An isolated storm is always possible, but not expected at this time. And that rainfall will extend up into the interior portions of the Northeast. A few snowflakes here across the Great Lakes into Michigan and the Arrowhead of Minnesota, northern Wisconsin. Might pick a few snowflakes from the lake effect there, and we'll see more of this bigger storm here across the Pacific Northwest work its way in. We'll see some rain showers here through eastern Washington as some snow showers here across the northern ranges of the Rockies, as well as the Sierra Nevadas and the Cascades. Might see some snow showers here. A little bit of snow down there around Mount Shasta in Northern California, which is a beautiful place where the sequoia and the redwood forests are. Lovely area down there if you ever get a chance to visit. And it emphasizes why it's so important to take care of the environment and to do what we can to alleviate the problems with climate change, because this is a precious area that needs to be protected. So we'll see those showers start to work in there, but we'll see dry conditions down through the rest of California and into the Southwest. We'll see dry conditions across the Intermountain West, the Midwest, the Southern Plains, until you get to Texas and you see those showers and thunderstorms. It will be dry here across the southeastern coastline as well, through Atlanta, Charlotte, Charleston, maybe down in Miami as well. You'll see dry conditions for your Monday. Here's what we're going to be looking at for your Tuesday, as that front moves a little bit east, and it's going to spread those showers and thunderstorms. Now they're going to reach Atlanta, Charlotte, the mid-Atlantic states, the DC, Maryland, Philadelphia, New York, all the way up to Boston. You guys are going to be seeing those showers and isolated thunderstorms mixed into your area. South Texas, down in Houston as well. You guys are going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms as well for your area. It's going to continue to be dry here across the Central Plains and the Midwest, down into the southwestern deserts. It will be dry out into Southern California and into the northern plains of the Dakotas and Montana and Wyoming. We'll see fair weather conditions for your Tuesday. We'll see that Pacific system move a little bit more inland and spread that rain and snow over into parts of central and northern Montana there. We'll see some snow showers in those areas, as well as throughout the state of Washington and Oregon. So we'll see some rainfall down here near Spokane, northern Oregon near Mill City. You guys are going to be seeing that rainfall as well, but nothing too heavy, nothing severe with any of this activity. Here is a look as we take a look out. Now we're going to be getting to some of our graphical forecasts, because it's a little bit far out to paint the precipitation just of yet. But we do have that weather system that's going to be moving across the northern Rockies here. This storm system extending into southern Canada, into Alberta there, or Manitoba. We're going to start seeing the effects of that storm system. But this guy is going to be making its way to the east, spreading a little bit of precipitation through the northern Rockies and some of the northern plains of Montana there. We're going to be seeing that. But we're going to continue to see high pressure in control here across the center of the nation and the East Coast, going to be under the influence of this large area of high pressure. So we'll see nice dry conditions as that storm front finally makes its way in through the state of Florida. It's not going to make it all the way through Florida. It's going to begin to wash out and dissipate out here. So we'll lose the effects of that storm system. And this is what we're going to be seeing for your Wednesday out there, as that storm system coming from the west starts to make its way to the east. And here we are for your Thursday, as we're going to be seeing more of that storm system make its way towards the central plains here. We're going to be seeing it come out to the plains. We got a beautiful dry line here set up across the western Texas. We have this dry line here that's going to connect up to this frontal boundary, and we're going to have this area of low pressure here that's going to make its way out into the central plains. So we're going to see it right there through about Kansas and Nebraska, and that's going to spread. Here is its warm front lifted north. That's going to start to spread our next round of severe weather in this region right in here in the central and Ozarks area, Missouri and Arkansas, and down into Louisiana. We're going to start to see that severe weather as we have a nice dry line set up through Texas. This is where we'll see the tornado threat here through central Texas into Oklahoma and Kansas. That is what we're going to be seeing out there for the 28th as we move through on your Thursday. All right, here's what we're going to look at for Friday. Now our storm really gets its act together. Here it is in the Central Plains once again. It's going to be kind of slow to move to the east, but it's going to continue to hammer these areas here across the Central and Southern Plains with that severe weather, as well as parts of the Mississippi Valley, as well as continue storm threat for the Ozarks and Missouri. Arkansas, you're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms as well. We'll see drier conditions here across the northern plains and the northeast. We'll see dry conditions. It's going to start to warm up here across the north as we get some of that southerly flow advect to the north. So we'll see those 30s and 40s retreat, and we'll see the 50s and 60s return here for the northern plains and the Great Lakes, and we'll eventually start to see some rainfall in this area as we move into Thursday and perhaps for your Friday as well, as that area of low pressure now is in the center of the nation. So we're going to see that cold front here through the state of Texas. We're going to keep our dry line in place, and our warm front coming in from the eastern areas here from the East Coast and lifting north is going to drive that warm air. So we're going to see those winds increase with that warm air advection, as well as we're going to continue the severe weather threat in this region here. So we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms, that tornado risk, large hail and damaging winds here in the southern plains, the deep south into Louisiana and Mississippi, of course, and the Ozarks of Missouri and Arkansas. We're going to continue for the third consecutive day in a row, see that potential for severe weather across the central and the southern part of the United States. And here we are looking for your Saturday. So here we are. We're getting into Sunday. I'm sorry. We are May 1st. Boy, I'm all over the calendar, aren't I? June 1st. I have a theme for June, don't I? May 1st here, we're talking about Sunday, May 1st, as we're going to see our storm system make its way to the east now, to the Great Lakes. It's going to be heading into the Ohio Valley. Now we're going to start to see that severe weather threat moving to these areas. So Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, you guys are going to see that potential for your severe weather as well. One interesting thing about this storm is that's not going to pack the heavy snow like the last couple storm systems did. So this one is not going to quite have the heavy snow threat. So we're not going to see the heavy snow here across the northern plains and northern Minnesota like we did with the last couple storm systems. This is mostly a warmer storm, so it's not going to aim for the northern plains and Canada this time. It's going to make its way more along this way. So it's going to take a little bit more southerly track. And here we are as we look at the temperatures. Here's our temperatures for your Sunday today. We're going to see those temperatures in the 80s and 90s down here along the south. We'll see those 30s and 40s, maybe some low 50s here in the northern plains as that cold air begins to sink in on the backside of that major storm that we just dealt with the last couple of days. But we will start to see that cold air sink in, and we will continue to see those 40s and 50s and some 60s here across the northwest. We'll see those 80s and 90s continue here across the desert southwest. Southern California is kind of warm right now. We're seeing those temperatures in the 80s across the Los Angeles Basin and Orange County. And we'll see those temperatures fall down into the 70s down by San Diego. So it's going to be a little bit cooler along the coast in San Diego. But we are seeing those warm temperatures extend through the state of Florida. We're going to be seeing those 80s through the south, the mid-south here, the Ohio Valley, as well as the mid-Atlantic states, 70s and 80s for your area as well. We'll see those temperatures fall into the 60s across the New England area and the great state of Maine there. Here we're going to be looking at for your Monday. Here's where we're going to see tomorrow as you make your way out to go to work or school. That cold air is going to continue here across the northern plains. We're going to see those 30s here in Nebraska and North Dakota, as well as northern Minnesota. We're going to see those 30s there. We'll see 40s otherwise through the midsection of Minnesota and North Dakota here. South Dakota, we'll see the 60s, 50s, and 60s work its way in through Iowa into Illinois and Indiana as well as you folks in Michigan, as that cold air hasn't worked its way to your area yet, but it is coming. Now, don't panic, because it's not going to be a long-lived cold snap. It's only going to last a day or two, as we got another storm that's going to create warm air advection that's going to help to push that cold air right on out here, as well as that big area of high pressure out over the western Atlantic there that's influencing the weather on the East Coast and the Southeast right now. That's kind of going to help keep things dry for these folks Now here is where our front is. You can kind of see it on this temperature map. You can see that cold front right there, and those warm temperatures here along the eastern seaboard in the deep south here in Georgia as well as Florida. The 80s will continue for this area, but we are going to start to see warm air advection here as we have those 60s and 70s rising here in the nation's midsection as that warm air starts to return flow, we call it. It's called return flow when you get on the backside of a low pressure center and you're under a nice dome of high pressure. Starts to work its way from the west to the east. So we'll see temperatures rise here through the nation's midsection as we're going to see those temperatures rise into the 70s here, and we'll start to see the 70s through up into the northern plains of South Dakota there. And as we look out to the west, we're really starting to see it hot now. We're starting to see triple digits down in the desert southwest. Phoenix finally get a temperature of 100 degrees for a Tuesday there. We're going to see those hot temperatures across the desert southwest. We'll see nice weather here across the Pacific Northwest, at least as far as the temperatures are concerned, as we're going to see those 60s continue for the Pacific Northwest here. Here we're going to look at, we're seeing things warm up more here across the Central Plains as we're going to start to see those 80s come into your weather ahead of the next storm system that's going to spread severe weather through this region as well. Continued desert heat down there in the southwest, Arizona and the deserts of California. We're seeing those temperatures fall back a little bit into the lower 90s for the next day there. We're going to see things cool down a little bit there as we see your Wednesday, those temperatures in the 90s across the desert southwest. We're going to see those 80s through California there at 88 for Los Angeles for a high for your Wednesday. And we're going to continue to see that mild weather across the Pacific Northwest, the northern plains, as well as the Great Lakes and the Northeast. We'll see those mild conditions predominantly in the 50s and 60s across the northern half of the nation. And here is what we're going to be seeing for your Thursday out there for the 28th. Continued mild conditions, those 60s across the northern tier of the nation. We got the Pacific Northwest, the Northern Rockies, as well as the Northern Plains, the Great Lakes. We're seeing those 60s, but we're starting to see those 60s in Minnesota now, but we're seeing those 70s here through the Mid-South, the Appalachians, as well as the upper Mississippi Valley. We're seeing those temperatures in the 60s and 70s come through, but we're starting to see those 80s build up through Texas here. So we're seeing those 80s and 90s come in through the state of Texas and the southern plains there, and as well as through the deep south. We're going to start to see those 80s return as that cold front has finally passed through. See, that effects of that cold front wasn't going to last very long out there. Here's a look at what we're going to see Friday. We're really going to see those 90s through central Texas and Oklahoma here, down into the southern Texas. We'll see those upper 90s along the Gulf Coast as well. We'll see those 80s and 90s through all the way to Georgia, down in the state of Florida. We're going to see those temperatures in the 80s, but we're going to see those 90s here across the desert southwest as well, 80s through the state of California, and continue mild weather across the Pacific Northwest, the Northern Rockies, and the Northern Plains. We're going to see those temperatures in the 50s and 60s for those regions here. All right, here we go as we jump into Saturday now. Here we are looking at April 30th. All right, almost through the end of April here, we're seeing those mild temperatures. It's warming up a little bit here across the Pacific Northwest. We might start to see some 70s work into the weather here. 80s are going to continue down the coast of California through the Central Valley. We're going to see those 90s continue across the desert Southwest. Not going to see any hundreds anytime yet with that, but that's coming. Just hold on to your horses. And we're going to see those 90s continue through the state of Texas, 80s through the Central Plains here into the Midwest, the Ozarks. We're going to see those 80s and 90s as well. We'll see those upper 80s, lower 90s down here along the Gulf Coast into the state of Texas. We're going to keep those 70s here across the Northeast and the Great Lakes areas. All right, that was a look at the weather forecast for the 7 days ahead. We do have that potential for severe weather across the nation's midsection. I think the northern sections, the northern plains and the Great Lakes are kind of going to get a break from the severe weather from this storm system, but you can see some thunderstorms in your area. I just don't think you're going to see any threat for severe weather this time. I think the severe weather this time is going to be confined through the nation's midsection. So we're talking about the Mid-South as well as the Ozarks, the southern and central plains, and the lower Mississippi Valley. There is where our severe weather threat is going to be confined to this time around. So my name is Dooley Godot. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody have a great week ahead, and I'll be back with your daily forecast for tomorrow in the next video. So, all right. Oh, before we go, let us not forget a little bit of housekeeping here. I want to thank everybody for the support. The channel has gotten up to 80 subscribers now. I think it's great. I'm very happy with that. I hope we continue to grow. I'm going to continue to give you guys professional weather forecasts here. Try to be entertaining at the same time. But remember to leave your likes, your comments, and your subscription. Please subscribe to the channel. After that, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.